Hi, welcome to RecTV Education. Today in this session, we are going to learn one of the topic in your information technology, that is Business Information System. This topic weightage consists of 12 marks to 16 marks in your examination. Today, these are the topics we are going to discuss in detail. That is, first, what is information? Here in this, the chapter name is Business Information System. We'll break this total chapter into very small definition and we'll understand very clearly. First, let us try to understand what is information, what is system and subsystem, what is information system, what is CBIS and its components, what is business information system, and what are the levels in management in the organization, types of information in an organization. Here I have written information, that is a process data. Maybe for the people who are new to this topic, I can understand. Here you may get doubt in your mind that here what is information and what is process data. For your clear understanding, I have given here one example to understand information very clearly. Here, if I as a IT lecturer, if I want to give a material to the students, what information I need is how many students are attending for the IT classes. So based on that information, I can give a materials to the students. If I want that how many students are attending for the class, I have to go to the office staff and I have to ask how many students are they attending for IT. So that here I am giving data to the office staff. And what the office staff will do, they'll open the application forms file and they'll search all the application forms, and if they find any IT application forms, they'll keep aside. Here they are doing a process based on the data given by me. And after processing, what they'll do, they'll keep all the IT application forms one side. That is, now I'll get the information that based on the data, based on the process done in the data, I'll get the information 100 application forms are there for the IT student. So taking this information, now I'll make the decision that okay, now I have to make 100 materials for the students. Now we have seen, I hope you understand this example very clearly. Now you'll be able to understand here why I have written information means a processed data. Here an organization can't take the decision based on the raw data. Here example, if you see this example very clearly, I can't find how many materials I have to give to the students based on the data I am giving. That is, in this here data includes application forms. In this application forms, all the subjects will be included. So if I want to know only the IT application forms, there have to be done some process, then only I can get the information. So applying the same example in an organization, what the management will do is, first they'll give data and after doing some process, they'll get the information. So based on that information, they'll make the decisions to achieve their company objective and goals. Now let us see what is a system. Here generally if we see the given example, that is a computer system. System here means small components coming and working together to achieve objectives or goals. Already we have seen in the last example that if I want information, I have to give some data to the system. Here we have taken the example of a computer. In a computer, a small components means, like if we say a keyboard, mouse, monitor, these are the small components, they all form and work together. That is, my objective here in the example, if you continue the example in this also, in the last example, I want the information of how many students I want that material can be given to them. So that is my objective. So to achieve that objective, I have to give data to the system, so it will work out and it will give the information to me. So this is the example of our system. Now let us see what is subsystem. So subsystem is a part of a system. Now let us see the example. Here system, already we have defined in the previous thing what is a system. Small components coming together, working together to achieve the objective. So combining these two, system and subsystem, here I have given a small example which makes you very clear what is system and what is subsystem. Here if I say my objective is to become a financially strong person, I have decided to do a chartered accountant. So that is a system. To achieve this system, it is very complicated that I can't write the CPT, IPCC final exam in one day and I can't become the CA within 1 day or 2 days. It is very a complicated thing. So what the ICA president has done this is, they have divided this system into a very subsystems to make the final goal achievable. That is, CA, to complete the CA finally, we have to first achieve a CPT, and after CPT IPCC, and after IPCC that is final. And again this CPT, to make it easy, again they have divided into 4 subjects. Already we have known that accounts, law, economics and stats. And again to make accounts easy, they have divided accounts into topics, different topics, which makes you understand a subject very clearly. Again the same process in the law and in the economics and in the stats. In the same way, in IPCC also they have divided it into 7 subjects, and each subject is divided into into topics. In the same way, final also divided into 8 subjects, and each subject is consists of different topics. What are the thing? Finally the conclusion is, by doing all this, by completing CPT and IPCC final, we reach the ultimate goal. So to make the system very easier, we are dividing the system into subsystem. So the organization can divide the system into subsystem until it is not possible them to divide more. Now let us see what is information system. So already we have seen what is information and what is system. Now combinedly let us see what is information system. Here information means whatever the data we have given, so based on that some processing will be done and we'll get some information. And system also we have seen in the definition. Now on the basis of the information, using the system, the organization makes decision for the objective. Now the information system is of 2 types. One, the information system may be of without computerized and may be of with computerized. But now it is a IT world, society has developed a lot. Now only we'll discuss with the information system with computerized. So if the information system is computerized, so it is called computer based information system. So for the purpose of the information technology, if I say only the word information system, you have to understand that it is nothing but computer based information system. Now let us see what are the components of. Here CBIS means you have to remember it is computer based information system. Here first, if we want to get information, first what we require is, first we will want a hardware, that is without a monitor, without a keyboard, without mouse, we can't get the information, that is we can't give the data. So first hardware is important. Next, after having hardware, some software should be. So after having a hardware, the programmer will give a set of instructions which is nothing but a software. So after having this hardware and after having this software, now I'll give the data to this hardware having this software. Now here if I'm giving data, I'm the user of this hardware. Now if we want to transfer information from one system to the another system, we'll require a network. So these are there may be a few more components also, but for this section only if you remember this 5, it is necessary. That is hardware, software, data, users and network. Now let us see the example what is hardware and what is software. Here hardware means, if you take the example of our mobile phones, if we see the Android mobile phones, if without the Android, what is the use of this mobile. That is the only the outer component, whatever the outer layer is there, that is the hardware. And if you see also the computer without any software and without any technology, what is the use of that computer? Now here in computer, hardware part means we can say that monitor, and we can say the outer secondary memory, and we can see a keyboard, and we can see a CPU. These all are the hardware. And connecting to this hardware, if we give software to this hardware, that is we can say taking example of software Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. If we use this software, it gives life to the hardware. So without this software, there is no life to the hardware. Now here software is again divided into two types. One is operating software and another one is application software. For understanding this in very easy way, let us take once again the example of mobile phones. Now the hardware is the outer component of the mobile is a hardware, and the software is Android, whatever the programmer is introduced into this, that is the operating software. That means it gives the mobile phone a life. Now next, if we see the what is application software, to utilize this hardware very effectively and efficiently, this application software is useful. For now, I'll make you understand what is application software very easily. After purchasing the Android mobile, what we will do generally in this generation is we will install WhatsApp, and we will install Messenger, we will install Facebook, different app softwares we will use. Why we'll use this? To use that hardware software very effectively, we'll install all this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this software, operating software and application software. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this session. The people who are getting fear of this information technology, by listening these classes, you will be getting a very clear understanding of this topic. Please follow my videos daily. You will get surely information technology exemption. Now I am stopping this class today. Tomorrow let us continue this topic very clearly. If you like this video, please subscribe to this Rec TV Education. Thank you.